and welcome to the latest edition of Boozy Movies. I'm Julie Fisk, and this is
Rebekah Black.
And, well, first of all, we have to acknowledge tonight that we do not have Sybil Summers or Richie Witt with us because Richie had a colonoscopy today, and so he's at home, and Sybil decided to stay home to
take care of her hubby,
stand by her man. So let's have an excruciating moment of silence for Richie Witt. Okay. Thank you.
Was that enough?
I think that was enough. It hurt me. Did it hurt you?
It hurt me, yeah.
Well, as you can tell, we are going in video tonight.
It's not that exciting, is it?
No, it is kind of. It is kind of. And we had to say thank you to Steve Visno because he is the man over here. Yes, there he is.
No one can see.
I know that no one can
the side
see,
of the camera.
But it's kind of badass because we're at Trinity Hall. We got the whole thing set up with the umbrella and the lights, and everybody's like, "Woo, what's happening over there?"
We're pretending to be famous.
You know, and can I just say for the record, whenever we do the podcast, nobody gives a shit. Everybody just acts like nothing's going on. They sing happy birthday. People were coming over to like watch us a minute ago, and it's like the same thing we always do, but you have a camera and a big umbrella and all of a sudden.
If they only knew what losers we are.
We suck magnificently. So we tonight are covering the movie Spy, the new Melissa McCarthy, Paul Feig movie, which I think people have been really kind of apathetic about, kind of not very excited.
I think everybody thinks it's going to be exactly like The Heat with Sandra Bullock.
See, I think people think it's going to be like Tammy. You know?
Or maybe if you combine Tammy and The Heat.
And The Heat, yeah, because it's kind of like, there have been a couple of Melissa McCarthy movies, like, what was it, Stolen Identity Theft?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, they've been a little lacking, is that the proper, I mean, I could say sucking, but...
I don't know that it's necessarily lacking, but let's just say people think she's like a one-note actor.
Right. They haven't been bridesmaids, in other words.
Right.
And so when it's like, oh, it's another Melissa McCarthy movie, and then the posters were her in a wig sliding across, and everybody's like, oh, great, here we go again. So, but this is a Paul Feig movie. It's the same guy who directed Bridesmaids and The Heat. Personally, I loved The Heat.
I loved The Heat. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
If I could swear like Melissa McCarthy does in that movie for one day, I would just go through Kroger and cuss everybody out. Like the way the profanity, there's just like, it's incredible in that movie.
And she can put whatever words together and it always works.
And it sounds
for her.
fantastic.
It's kind of unfair.
Well, no, and I have to say, and there are examples of that in Spy.
Yeah.
She calls a guy a bag of dicks. She's like, he looks like a bag of dicks. It was the greatest line I have ever heard. So, okay,
she tried to make a unicorn, a limp unicorn.
So I'm gonna rip off here and it's just like, to me, it's like Melissa McCarthy when she gets on a roll and she's just blessing somebody out.
Yeah,
it's like some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen. So, okay, in this one, I don't want to give away too much, because part of the fun is the surprise. I did not expect this one to be what it was.
Oh my gosh, I had the lowest expectations going into this thing. And
Absolutely.
It's like James Bond meets funny.
It's almost like if you took Mrs. Moneypenny and the stories about her, you know, it's like, it's not so much about the spy, it's about the person who's helping the spy. And that's who Melissa McCarthy is. She's assisting Jude Law, which I didn't even realize Jude Law was in this movie.
I knew Jude Law was in it.
And he doesn't have a British accent.
No,
why the hell do you put Jude Law in anything and not let him just have his British accent? That was very strange.
I don't know, but Jude Law not aging well, I don't think.
Shut up!
Yeah, I said it.
Don't listen to her. He looks fantastic. Well, they're all going bald. I mean, that's just happening, but I thought like his arms and he looked really good to me. I would have preferred the British accent, but anyhow, so she's assisting him, and like out of the box in the first 10 minutes, I was laughing my ass off.
I laughed all the way through it. It was really, really funny.
It is so, and it's like, that's the greatest thing in the world when you're laughing so hard that like you're missing lines.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I couldn't hear half the movie because we were laughing so hard.
Yeah, you're like,
I see it again.
I need to stop laughing so I can figure out what the hell they're saying now because there's another punchline happening. I was so pleasantly surprised by this movie.
Yeah, so was I. And like, I would say the cast is amazing. We have to talk about Jason Statham because Jason Statham makes an appearance in this.
Oh!
And I hate to say it, but Jason Statham might have been my most favorite part.
No.
Because,
okay, close.
Jason Statham playing his normal action hero character
to the nth degree,
to like 1,000 times more hardcore than Crank.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Snatched, because he's always like right there on the edge of being a joke. Like, he's so hardcore and so...
But, like, he owns it.
But he does.
And he
this
does
one,
it really well.
And he just runs with it.
Yeah.
He is really fantastic in this
very,
movie.
Very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the love-hate relationship that he and Melissa McCarthy sort of have the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't think the chemistry between them was really, really good.
It's really cute. Like, I'm hoping that they were friends in real life or something. Oh, and stay through
Maybe
the
they accidentally
end.
made out, too. I don't know. I'm just hoping.
Maybe there was just this one drunken night where they just, had sex.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and her husband's like, I'm fine with it.
He's
it's
like,
Jason
yeah, it's a
Statham.
hall pass.
He's hot.
Just run with that.
Yeah.
Let me be clear, though. I mean, like, this is kind of a ridiculous movie. I mean, it's like The Heat. When you're watching it, you're like, this would never happen. It would never happen.
Let's be honest. Don't go into this movie thinking that you're going to learn something or that it's going to show you an opinion about the world. Like, go in it for entertainment.
Right.
value.
It's not like a documentary or something.
It's laugh out loud, funny, enjoyable. Like, if you want to take your mind off of something, go see Spy this weekend.
Okay, let me ask you, though. Okay, Richie Witt did not want to see this movie to begin with because he was like, I don't like her.
Richie Witt's a party pooper.
Do you think that if Richie saw this movie, he would have liked it? People that are tired of Melissa McCarthy, who don't think that women are funny or whatever, do you think they're going to like this movie?
I want to say yes, but knowing Richie, I think he's going to stick to his guns and be like, it's the stupidest movie alive.
Oh! I hope that's not the case.
I hope not either. I hope he goes and sees it and enjoys it.
And I just have to, because Melissa McCarthy, God love her, she's like fighting back. People are giving her a hard time about her body, the way she looks. And I feel like there are elements of that in this movie, you know, where she's like, why do I have to play the schlub? Why do I have to be the cat lady? Why do I have to wear this stupid looking wig? Why can't I be hot with my body?
But that's when you get excited because she goes kind of rogue and she's like, I'm wearing a dress and I'm fixing my hair.
I'm going to look
Everybody's all excited about it and she looks amazing.
She actually is.
She looks amazing.
She truly does.
She really is a beautiful woman.
What do you think about, because Rose Byrne is the bad guy in this?
She plays a very good bad character.
She really does. I like to see her swear. Watching Rose Byrne swear is actually a lot of fun.
I agree with you on that. You know, she did great. I thought she was good in the movie.
I
but
don't
like,
know.
You know,
I almost feel like Paul Feig, like, I don't know, like, give us somebody who is genuinely dangerous and bad. You know, it was almost like he loves them so much that he just wants them to be there together on screen.
Well,
and if they're on screen, they need to be girlfriends. You know, like he's like, oh, I just love these girls so much. I want them to play together and have fun. And it's like, no, she's the bad guy and she's the good guy. They don't have to get along. They don't have to like be friends.
They weren't really friends.
Well, no. I need to say something though about Melissa McCarthy. Have you ever noticed? Because everybody talks about her body and the way she looks, and like, you know, there have been those kind of ugly film critics that are like, oh, she needs to work on this or work on that. It's like, but have you ever noticed no one ever says that about overweight male comedians?
Yeah. What is that about?
Yeah.
I do not understand that. It's a total double standard.
There's never been a moment where anybody said Chris Farley would be so much more successful if he lost a little weight and put on some makeup.
Right, or Kevin James.
Or who
else is chunky?
John Belushi.
Or Danny DeVito.
Any of the, it's like, you only get, that's only said about them whenever they start to look unhealthy. You know, it's like, God, I'm getting kind of worried.
Like James Gandolfini. He looks blue these days.
Yeah, he needs to lose a little weight because he looks at never like, oh, it's going to improve his career or something. I feel like that's kind of one of those bizarre double standards.
Of course it is.
So, okay, at the end of the movie, I made a comment about, you know, well, there's, you know, obviously going to go to a Spy 2. And Rebecca's like, they'd never do that.
I don't know. No. I wouldn't put it past Hollywood to make a Spy 2. I don't want it to happen. You know why?
Why?
It was so good on its own that I just want to enjoy it for what it was and like leave it be. It's like if they made a Heat 2, I'd be upset.
See, you know what? They were gonna make a Heat 2.
And then they didn't.
And then they did it because Sandra Bullock went and got another Oscar.
Great.
So, but see,
no, they always ruin movies with sequels. Like, just leave it. Just let it breathe. Let us enjoy it for what it is.
But what if we actually get to see Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham do it?
Okay, well then I might have to change my mind on that because I would like to see that action happen.
Okay, are you ready to give your rating?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm going to give mine first. There are moments of it being ridiculous. You know, I mean, there's like those plot holes and things where you're like, oh, come on, could Melissa McCarthy really be hanging off of a helicopter?
She could.
I really wish that she would become like Jackie Chan and start doing her own stuff. It's that terrible that I'm watching it. I'm like, I really wish that was Melissa McCarthy hanging off of a helicopter.
Excuse me, if Kevin James can beat up UFC fighters and bring it, Here Comes the Boom, then Melissa McCarthy can do whatever she wants.
He doesn't really do that,
yes,
though,
he
right?
does.
Who the hell watched it?
I did. I watched Here Comes the Boom, and I enjoyed it, so shut up.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give Spy, I'm going to give it, damn, this is tough. I love this movie. I loved it so much more than I expected to. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time.
Agreed.
I laughed really, really hard. I'm going to give it an A-. I know.
I don't think I've ever heard you give an A anything.
No, I've given A's, and I want to give it a B+, and I'm like, no, damn it. This is a good movie. It's good, and it's funny, and I support her as an actress, and I love Paul Feig, and you know what? I did not like Bridesmaids very much the first time I saw it.
But the second, third, fourth, and 10th time, it was fantastic.
It was hilarious, and that's why I
kind
kind of feel like when I see this again, I'm going to catch those punchlines.
Me too.
It's going to continue to get better, so I'm giving it an A-. What are you going to give it?
Well, I like you. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's going to get better every single time I watch it, just like The Heat did, just like Bridesmaids did. So I'm going to go ahead and give it 5 out of 5, and this is for you, Richie Witt. Colonoscopies.
Oh, ow! Oh, ow! It's uncomfortable.
That's a reminder for everybody to get theirs checked.
Oh, and by the way, I need everybody to keep checking out the Julie Says So website because I do have a special secret surprise coming up for Magic Mike, double extra large, okay? Free passes. That's coming up, and you have to find that at juliesaysso.com.
Can we high five on that?
Woo! Done.
I'll try to fix it. It's a small.
Let me see. Wait, can we see it right here?
I want to see what it looks like.